Self-harming is a massively complex issue, and there are many different reasons why people do it. Very often it's a coping mechanism to manage and relieve those unprocessed feelings. And it's often about moving from a place of this unprocessed emotional pain to a more physical one. People who do things like cutting often say how they can just lose themselves within the cutting and just forget about what's going on. And we certainly know that there's been a lot of past trauma going on with many people who do self-harm. And in many ways what's going on, there's a bodily dissociation, and this is putting them back in touch with who they are. It can also be a sense of control. It can also be something about self-punishment of the person they're not happy with. But you know, the trouble is that self-harming just doesn't address the root cause. That's why it becomes ritualistic and addictive, and it provides a temporary relief. But you know what? It's the wrong answer to the complex problem. You know, and actually what we've really got to do is that for whatever the reasons are going on, we really need to start to talk about it. And there's a paradoxical dilemma here, because actually they already feel alienated and not able to talk to people, not feel understood. And also it's very difficult to express the complexity and the emotions they're going through. And very often, you know, what we know is actually the cutting is, or whatever form of self-harming, is actually in some ways a messaging out to other people, saying something they can't themselves say. So I really think that psychotherapy can play a really powerful role here, because you know what we all do? We will sit with you in that messiness, in the confusion. There'll be a non-judgmentalness, and there'll be a seeking of understanding and giving you the time and the patience to work through it, to understand what's lying at the root cause of this. So my encouragement to you is to open up and express yourself in other ways.